I'm going to be showing you in this video how I got my Pi KYC approved within 10 minutes after waiting for about more than 7 months on the queue. I was able to go through an indirect approach to reapply, and then within 10 minutes of the application I got it done. And I now became a validator. I was validating others, and so I know the reason why my initial application was actually on the queue, and also that is what many of you are facing as well. I could have just dived into the video right now and take you through the approach that I actually used, but there are two approaches. One requires you to fill a form, and the other one as well, you will have to reapply to the approach. But if I do not tell you what I'm saying, so that you will not make the same mistake that you've made before, because there are two ways for this validation. The computer can actually validate you, and if the computer is unable to validate you, then it will now be subjected to human validation. But if you do everything right, you should not be actually transferred to a human for a human validation. And that is what I did. I did it, and the computer was able to validate me. And so now the reason why the computer is not able to validate most of you, and it's actually giving it putting it on the queue, and you're on the queue for a long time, is because number one, especially for those of you in Nigeria, many people are actually using the standard NIN slip. And the standard NIN slip does not carry your date of birth. So most of the time, the computer as a validator, it will bring some people to me that, okay, is the date of birth that you fill in your KYC application process, is going to ask me that, is it in the NIN slip that you uploaded? And the answer is always no. Data is not available in the ID. So that's the answer that I always pick, and other validators as well pick. So if you use your standard NIN slip, the date of birth is not there. What you can use is digital NIN slip. And the digital NIN slip, you can just walk into any NIN office and acquire it within few minutes. And it's free, I think. So you get it. That one has date of birth. And someone that did that I know, advised to do that, we applied as well. And within 10 minutes, it was approved by the computer itself. It was approved. So the NIN is the paper one is not really, you are still going to go back to being on queue if you use that one again. And the second thing that is delaying many people is because the ID card that they use is actually ancient, it's too old, and their picture is blurred. So as part of the KYC, you will have to snap a picture, upload your liveness picture and the likes. And so most of the thing that I'm being asked is that, is the picture on this ID, the computer will isolate the picture on your ID. And then if it could not match the picture on the ID with the picture that you actually upload during the KYC application, if you could not match it, it will not validate you. It will leave you to human validation. And so sometimes we have to see that okay, does this image match? Sometimes I will have to say it's too blurry to determine. And sometimes it matches actually, but it's just that the reason why the computer did not validate them, that they will have to wait for long, is because the picture of the ID is blurry. So you want to make sure that you use an ID that does not have a blurry image. And another thing that I see is because some people use an ID that carries their date of birth, but sometimes date of birth mismatch actually happens. So sometimes you put 2003 as a date of birth when applying, but the date of birth on your ID is 2004. So the computer will not be able to validate you because of that, and so you have to be transferred to a human validator, and the human validator is also going to say data mismatch. That's what that's what I'm going to fill on the computer, data mismatch. So you want to take note of that. And another thing, for people that use passports, if you want to snap your data page, you don't snap it in portrait, you snap it in landscape. You snap only your data page, and you snap it in landscape. So many people just snap it in portrait, and then it carries the back of the the cover of the passport as well. That's not supposed to be. So those are the major things. Now, how was I able to go beyond the Pi browser that when you press KYC, and then it's going to you are not going to be able to reapply. It's only going to show you that, okay, you've applied and it's pending. How was I able to go the indirect approach? And that is what I'm going to be showing you right now. This is the first method that I actually used to bypass the initial stage. This is the first method that I used. So what you want to do first and foremost, you want to click on this three line here, and then you want to come to mainnet, and then this is the mainnet checklist. Click on this mainnet checklist, and then you also want to be sure you've completed all these. These are in green actually. Everything are in green. So what I see here, the number 7th one or number 8 in your own case, if you are still pending, it will still show that it is still pending. So how I did it is that I just click on I just click on this number 7, submit your KYC application. I just click on it, and then it directly takes me back to that Pi browser, and now it's not showing me anymore this message that you are seeing here. It's not showing this again. It just shows me the a way to reapply. But before, I will just go to the Pi browser and then go to KYC, and then it's going to show me that I've applied and it's pending review. It won't give me an opportunity to re-upload data and the likes, even though I now know what is wrong with my data, but I cannot reapply. So this is the first way that I use. It's very, very simple. So just click on this 3 line and then click on mainnet, and then click on mainnet checklist. Then first and foremost, make sure you've done all the other steps that are in this mainnet, like your number 5, number 4, number 3. You've done everything. So, and this is the number 7 actually, or number 6 or 7. That is the one you will click. You will see it there as well, or it might also be in number 8 actually. So when you click on them, instead of completed that is here, your own will not be complete. So you click on it, and then it will take you back to Pi browser, and then you'll be able to reapply. So that's the first step. And then going to the second step of how I did it. So you want to click on this three button again, and then you want to click on your profile, and then you want to copy your username and then the email that you actually use to register for this Pi, the verified email. So I've actually had my email verified. You see, that's why it's marked here. My phone number is verified as well, but I didn't do Facebook verification. So you want to note your username and then your confirmed email, the one that's verified. After copying that, just go back and then click on this 3 line again, and then come to support portal here. Support portal. Click on support portal, and then you will be able to see some information here for you to be able to reapply. So what you want to do is KYC in email request. KYC in email request. So click on this KYC in email request, and then KYC slot assignments were previously invitation based as of so don't worry about that. So you want to click your email confirmation. Put your email that you actually copied, your validated email. You want to put it here, and after putting it here, you want to put your Pi username as well. So you want to also choose the verification method, which is actually likely to be email or phone number, or you can choose both, but you can just use email. And then you can put your password as well. If you never set a password, just click if you never set a password, and if you don't remember it, just click no. So now, what's your country of citizenship? Put your country of citizenship. What's your country of residency? Put it there. The phone you are using, Android or iOS, the operating system. So specific OS version, just go to your phone, go to about, and then check your specific iOS version. So phone brand and model, so you put it as well. So now these are some of the most important thing in the application. So prior to application, I cannot access the Pi browser. I cannot open the KYC app in the Pi browser, but of course I'm sure this may not be what is applicable to most of you, because many of you it's just pending, probably because of the information that you submit. So in this case, you just click none, and then when submitting your KYC application, are you having issue with the first screen, consent, age, and the likes? So issue with entering personal details, issue when I try to submit, concern about my personal, so you can just click none. I'm using myself as an example that I've applied and it is pending for forever. So that is for that. So that's the template that I'm using. So KYC review pending. So now this is very, very important. KYC review pending. When did you apply? Before January 2022, between January and April 2022, or you don't remember, but you should actually be able to remember, or you can just put a far further date. So you can just between May and August 2022. So request for your pending KYC application. So now you have already know now what is wrong, by everything that I've explained to you. Maybe you have a blurry ID card, your date of birth is not on your NIN slip, and whatever the case may be. So you can say I submitted the wrong type of ID. You can mark multiple actually. The name I use for the KYC application is different from the name I use to register for the account. Now, request for your pending KYC application maybe I submitted the wrong type of ID, the name I used for the KYC application is different from the name. So you want to look for the problem that you believe is wrong with why your issue has been pending for a long time. I've explained some of them. So if I may have submitted blurry or low quality pictures, my ID was missing some of the following information: date of birth. If you use NIN, that's what you are going to click. So I may have entered wrong data in my personal information. You can click this as well, and the like. So now validation: when reviewing KYC application from others, you can say I'm getting stuck in the tutorial, I cannot progress to the this is just for validators actually. Liveness video don't load or show properly on my device. The validation takes a very long time to be displayed or does not load. This is actually for people who are validators actually. So, and for this, just I want to suggest an alternative KYC solution. These are just some other information. And after doing all this, you can put a screenshot of the issue. Maybe your pending, how it's pending. You can just put a screenshot, click on browse from photo library, and then put it. And after doing that, click on send. So this is actually how to reapply for your KYC, and then you will get an email, and hopefully your KYC will be reopened for you to reapply, and then you will use the information that I've talked, that I've shared with you to make the right application. And that's all I want to share with you in this video, and I hope you take to heart all this approach, and I wish you success in your application. So if you find this video helpful, kindly like this video and kindly subscribe to the channel for subsequent videos such as this, where I talk about finance, opportunity, how to make money online, and everything an entrepreneur needs to know. Hopefully see you in subsequent videos. This is Entrepreneur Hub.